I'm zooming. It's huge.
Keep the camera on. What the? Dude, holy shit.
Most people imagine Bigfoot as something seen from far away, but some encounters feel much closer than that. One researcher hears thick branches breaking around him, while another man watches his two giant mastiffs panic at something near the tree line. Were these just animals, or something the woods refused to reveal? A committed Bigfoot researcher from the Squatch Mafia channel went alone into the thick wilderness of North Carolina to look into strange activity. The tense encounter begins when the researcher hears frantic animal-like sounds in the trees.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because just breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw.
The unseen presence quickly shows frightening power by violently snapping thick branches, some described as wider than a person's body. The situation grows more intense as the creature, which had reportedly thrown objects at him before, ends the display by breaking off a large section of a healthy tree. The researcher estimated the tree was about 8 to 12 inches wide, suggesting a level of strength far beyond any normal local wildlife.
Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
Faced with this disturbing display, the researcher believes the aggressive presence must be stronger than a bear, and clearly irritated by him being there, decides to retreat before things can turn physical. This footage raises a difficult question. Is it possible evidence of a Sasquatch defending its territory with dangerous force, or could there be a rational explanation for the sounds and the destruction of a tree that size? Tell us what you think in the comments below. A team from the Bigfoot Society channel was filming deep in the remote woods of Prince Edward Island, Canada, searching for signs of the legendary Sasquatch. In this rare footage, a massive dark figure appears and disappears in the tree line within just a split second.
You ready? Okay. All right. Damn it. All right, go. What the? Dude, holy shit. Did you see that?
The clip has sparked heavy speculation across the paranormal community, with many debating whether it is genuine rare footage or a carefully made hoax. This next video comes from a man who does not present himself as a Bigfoot hunter or any kind of Sasquatch researcher. Still, he was understandably shaken one night when his two 200-pound English Mastiffs rushed to the cabin's patio door, desperately wanting to come back inside. Wondering what could scare dogs that large, he grabbed a flashlight and pointed it toward the tree line. That was when he noticed what looked like a pair of eyes sitting roughly 7 to 8 feet above the ground, staring straight back at him from the dark. He kept searching the hillside repeatedly, catching sight of those forward-facing eyes, looking directly at him before shifting slightly, almost as if the head was turning. Even the dogs refused to go back outside, clearly uneasy about whatever was out there. The man continued checking the slope, trying to follow the glowing eyes as they appeared and disappeared between the shadows. As someone who had once wondered why people in supposed Bigfoot videos never ran toward the creature, he now understood why walking toward something in pitch-black woods was not really an option, especially when his normally fearless Mastiffs wanted no part of it. There's no solid proof that the figure was Bigfoot, and the uploader himself does not claim that it was. However, he points out that the place where the eyes appeared was about 7 to 8 feet high, with no branches, rocks, or structures that an animal could use to stand higher. Whatever was outside was tall, and whatever it was managed to scare 2 huge protective Mastiffs. That alone makes the encounter disturbing. But if you want a supposed Bigfoot clip that gives an even closer view, another video may be the one. The uploader said fruit from his apple and pear trees kept disappearing night after night, so he thought a raccoon or another common pest was responsible. To find out, he set up a camera. When he checked the footage the next morning, he was shocked by what appeared. Like many unexplained videos online, this clip has created plenty of debate. Some viewers say the face looks like a mask or puppet. Others argue it cannot be a mask because the eyes seem to blink and react to the camera light. Some people claim there's no eye reaction at all. Watch the footage and decide for yourself. Did this person record a real Sasquatch looking through the window, or was it just a stage hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments. A group of committed Bigfoot researchers called Squatch Mafia set trail cameras deep in the Appalachian Mountains, an area long rumored to hide large primate-like creatures. The team later recovered footage from late 2023, showing a small dark 2-legged figure quickly crossing the frame. At the same time, the audio picked up strange high-pitched calls that did not seem to match local wildlife. The unusual mix of a small upright figure and odd cries made some believe the camera may have captured a young Bigfoot. Skeptics say it could be a misidentified bear cub, but this encounter is now viewed by some as possible evidence that Sasquatch may be breeding in the American wilderness. In 1974, a researcher near Mount St. Helens found something unusual in the snow, a huge footprint unlike anything he had seen before. The cast revealed an enormous track much larger than a human foot with deep marks and a consistent shape that quickly sparked debate. The photo showing the cast beside a real foot makes its oversized scale even clearer. Some see it as strong evidence of Sasquatch activity in the area, while others believe it was an elaborate hoax. Decades later, this mysterious footprint still helps fuel one of America's most famous cryptid legends. During an expedition in Northern California, filmmaker Roger Patterson claimed he had recorded evidence of a mysterious creature moving through the wilderness. This photo shows Patterson holding a plaster cast of a massive footprint he believed came from a female Bigfoot-like creature, with another oversized cast placed on the table. Some believe these casts show that Patterson encountered something truly unknown, while others argue it was part of a hoax. What do you think, real discovery or just another famous Bigfoot mystery? A brief but clear clip recorded by tourists on an Amazon jungle tour shows a dark, upright figure moving through the dense foliage.
Oh my god, do you see that? Wait, hold on.
I'm zooming. It's huge.
Keep the camera on it. Oh, it's moving. It's going deeper.
I got it.
As their vehicle drives past its height and steady walk quickly catch their attention, leading to shocked reactions as they try to zoom in. Although the footage lasts only a few seconds, it has sparked new debate about the Amazon's long history of strange humanoid reports, from Mapinguari legends to modern sightings in remote parts of the rainforest. Was it simply an animal seen from the wrong angle? A trick of light, or something science has not identified yet? What do you think these tourists witnessed deep in the Amazon? In the quiet town of Bourgeneuve, France, an old story has surfaced again, a frozen hair-covered humanoid reportedly displayed at a rural fair in the 1990s. Photos from that period show a realistic figure preserved in ice, leading to comparisons with the Minnesota Iceman and raising debate over whether it was a hoax or something stranger. The images have returned as AI creators started animating classic cryptid photos, turning still pictures into lifelike motion, and bringing new attention to the mystery. Was the Yeti of Bourgeneuve art taxidermy, or something unexplained? And how do you feel about AI bringing old legends back to life? During a recent trip to a remote mountain area, a man filmed something unusual. As he zoomed in between two large rocks, a tall, broad figure became visible against the stone. At first it seemed to be lying there hidden among the rocks, but once it appeared to notice the people nearby, it quickly vanished from sight. Many viewers think the figure looks like the legendary creature. Others believe it may have simply been a bear. In rocky mountain areas, bears can look taller or stranger when partly hidden by uneven ground. So what was really hiding between those rocks? A hunter placed a trail camera to capture local wildlife. This time a curious raccoon set off the camera. But in the background, something much larger appeared. The figure was too far away to trigger the camera on its own, meaning it may never have been recorded without the raccoon. Trail cameras often pick up nearby motion better than movement in the distance. Some estimate the figure was around 10 feet tall. Was it just a shape far away? Or did the raccoon accidentally reveal something massive? A hunter was sitting inside his elk blind when he heard rustling in the brush. At first he thought it was another hunter. But as it came closer, he saw a large hairy figure moving through the bushes and started filming. The figure appeared calm and unbothered. It looked massive with dark fur covering its body. An elk blind can hide a hunter's outline, which may explain why some animals do not react right away. Hunters are trained to watch for danger in the woods, but was this a known animal or something much less familiar? In early 2024, a drone on a border operation over Big Bend National Park in Texas recorded a strange figure with its thermal camera. From above, the image showed a white, bushy shape with what appeared to be a head and limbs. Experts examined it, but no clear explanation was found. Thermal cameras capture heat patterns, so shapes can appear unusual when viewed from high above. The remote location with no trails or clear signs of people nearby made the image even stranger. Was it only thermal distortion or something truly unknown? A hiker in Blue Ridge, Georgia was able to capture something strange in the woods. When the footage was enhanced and slowed, it showed a tall, hairy figure moving between the trees. The figure seemed to have clear facial features, including a human-like nose, a visible chin, and thick hair running down its back. Slowed footage can make details easier to see, but it can also make blurry shapes look more defined than they actually are. The person filming kept following closely and recorded the figure for as long as possible. But that brings up one question. If this was really something unknown, would most people not have run away? On August 8, 2013, Bill and Wendy from Golf Island Rock were driving back from Port Renfrew, Canada, when Wendy suggested they stop for a short hike. They walked about 200 feet into the woods and noticed a large, hairy figure roughly 100 feet away. At first, Bill thought it was a bear looking for food, but when he looked more closely, he noticed the creature had a cone-shaped head, which didn't match the shape of a bear. Feeling uncertain and uneasy, the couple decided to leave the area as soon as the creature moved away. Was it just a bear seen from an odd angle, or something else entirely? The Johnson family was enjoying a perfect winter day sledding down the hills, while Uncle Dave stood nearby recording the fun. As he filmed, something unusual appeared in the video.
Good. You all right? That was a nice little wipeout.
Near the top of the mountain, a large figure could be seen running in a strange manner. Curious, Uncle Dave replayed the footage and watched it again. The figure was truly there, moving across the snowy background. On snow-covered slopes, distance and bright white surroundings can make size and movement difficult to judge. Or to this day, he still cannot explain what he saw. If it was a person, why were they alone up there? Why did they look so large, and why did they move like that? A group of hikers in Yellowstone Park were filming several bears when they accidentally recorded something unexpected in the background. Behind the bears, a large human-like figure appeared to be moving across the landscape. Its walk looked very human, but its apparent size made some viewers question what they were seeing. At long distances, size and movement can be difficult to judge. Some view this as possible Bigfoot evidence, while skeptics question the strange synchronized movement and the figures suddenly disappearing. What was really captured in the background? In August 2019, Hickory resident Doug Teague filmed what he believed was Bigfoot in North Carolina. While walking his dog, he heard loud knocking sounds in the distance and went to investigate. Doug soon noticed large footprints. Prints in soft ground can spread or change shape, making size estimates harder to confirm. He began following the tracks until he saw a strange creature moving ahead of him.
He's still up here. Or something's up here. He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
As he moved closer, Doug claimed the creature started throwing stones toward him. Later, an anthropologist examined the prints and estimated they came from a creature around 15 feet tall. Experts reportedly agreed the tracks looked authentic, but what was really moving through those woods that day? During a camping trip, a man noticed a dark, furry creature nearby and quietly started recording. But when it suddenly took off running, he froze in fear, then quickly left to show others what he had seen. Was it just an animal, or something harder to explain? Either way, if you see something unknown in the woods, remember staying safe is more important than filming it. Mo Sargi, a well-known YouTuber who explores creepy locations, decided to go looking for Bigfoot at a cemetery rumored to have sightings. He was joined by military personnel and 2 adventurers. But soon after they arrived, something unexpected started to happen.
So it would make sense, in theory. I don't understand why. I don't think anybody
Hey guys, everybody stay inside. We got something out there.
So I switched over to zoom lens. We've been hearing a lot of noises coming from that way. Where is it? No, like we last heard like something fighting in the bushes over there.
I heard something.
Believing something was moving in the bushes, the group focused on that area, hoping to capture whatever was making the noise. Then they finally saw it.
What is it?
Oh my god. What the hell is that?
Oh, what the hell? Oh, what the hell is that? What is that?
What is that?
Oh my god. Guys, that's a Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot.
It's furry. It's furry.
Yo.
It's got fur on it. I can see with my eyes. It's got fur.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Dude, we're going after it.
No, Dad, I'm not running after that.
Matt, take your gun out.
They spotted a huge creature covered in dark fur walking upright between the trees. Even though their goal was to record Bigfoot on camera, they were too scared to follow it. In thick brush sounds and shadows can make anything difficult to identify. Maybe fear made it feel worse, or maybe they saw something real. If you were there, would you chase it or stay back? Sometimes the most frightening part of camping is not the sound outside, but what appears when you finally look. This camper captured something he knew others would question. A man was camping in the woods and chose to rest inside his tent. While lying there, he started hearing odd noises getting closer. Feeling curious but cautious, he looked through the tent fabric to see what was outside. He was able to record something on camera, knowing that without evidence, no one would believe what he had seen. The figure looked especially disturbing because it stood upright and appeared to have wide shoulders, unlike a typical animal. Even though the footage is old, it still feels eerie. You can imagine how scared he must have been in that moment. Maybe it was a large animal seen through the tent, or maybe it was something without a clear answer. What do you think he saw? Was it a giant Bigfoot or something else? What would you do if you stepped into a dark cave and found a massive bear lying only a short distance away? On May 21st, 2023, a TikTok user posted footage from his final hiking trip. While hiking through dense wilderness, he came across a dark cave. Curiosity made him step inside. As he slowly moved through the passage, the air felt cold, and the walls seemed to close in around him. Then something ahead caught his eye. A large shadow blocked part of the path. When he moved a little closer, the shape became clear. It was a massive bear lying motionless in the darkness. Its size was terrifying, and for a moment it felt like the entire cave belonged to it. The bear was deep in hibernation, and its slow breathing faintly echoed through the cave. His chest tightened, and every instinct told him not to make a sound. Step by step, he carefully backed away, trying not to wake the animal. He finally made it back into the daylight alive and shaken, knowing one wrong move could have ended everything. Even a hibernating bear can react when disturbed, making wild caves extremely dangerous. Maybe it never noticed him, or maybe he left just in time. Would you keep filming or back out? In 2011, a hunter near Ketchikan, Alaska, filmed a large human-like figure in the forest. His video raised curiosity about what might be living in that remote wilderness.
Oh shit, there it is again, there it is. There it is. Oh my god. There it is, there it is. It's right behind that tree. Oh my god, I'm tripping out, I'm shaking. I saw it down by the creek. Oh my god. Shit. Run!
He saw a tall, hairy creature walking on two legs and managed to record it before it vanished. The hunter became scared and chose to leave the forest, worried about what could happen if the creature noticed him. Many people think the figure may have been Bigfoot because of its strange appearance, but the footage is still debated. Dense Alaskan forest can hide movement fast, especially when trees and brush block the view. A large figure can appear for only a moment before disappearing completely. Whatever it really was, it is definitely something most people would never want to meet in the woods. Maybe it was a strange animal, maybe a person, or maybe something harder to explain. What do you think he saw? What would you do if you woke up inside your tent to a distant cry, then heard a gunshot only moments later? This disturbing footage was recorded by Xander Budnick, a YouTuber known for his outdoor adventure videos. With almost 20 years of experience, Xander has grown an audience through intense trips in remote places. But on March 28, 2021, during a camping trip near his home, he went through something chilling that deeply unsettled him.
So I just got out here, it's 12 degrees Celsius, We got snow on the ground, we got rain on the forecast, and it's that weird time between winter and summer. This is definitely an awkward time to go camping. So we're out here with a ton of gear, and basically this is just an experiment, seeing what we can do in this type of season.
Xander packed his gear and hiked into the woods, filming the trip along the way. He eventually found a good spot to set up his tent. At first, the forest felt peaceful, but later that night, the mood turned eerie, broken only by distant thunder. Xander suddenly woke up to a strange sound far away that sounded almost like someone crying. He stayed still, trying to understand where it was coming from. Then, a gunshot suddenly echoed out, cutting through the unsettling noises. Frozen with fear, he listened carefully, but the forest went silent again. Although he was frightened, Xander managed to make it through the night. But by morning, the feeling still had not left him. After breakfast, he packed up his gear and left the forest. When he got home, he searched the news for any reports of something unusual, but found nothing. To this day, Xander and his viewers still don't know what those sounds were. Maybe it was something normal that only sounded strange in the dark. Or maybe something happened out there that was never reported. What do you think he heard that night? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story, share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.